You trained hard today, legs heavy, lungs done, completely wiped. You crawl into bed certain that tonight, finally, you'll sleep like a rock, and then you just lie there, staring at the ceiling, more awake than you have any right to be. So does working out actually make you sleep better? The honest answer is yes, but the reason it works is almost the opposite of what you've been told, and once you see it, it changes how you should train and when. For years, I treated exercise like a sleeping pill I could earn. Train hard enough, get tired enough, and I'd sleep deeply. That was the deal I thought I'd made with my body. Then, I actually looked at my tracker across dozens of nights, and the story was messier than worked out, slept great. Some of my hardest training days were followed by my worst nights. So I did what I always do here. I went into the research, not to ask, is exercise good for sleep? Everyone already knows that answer is yes. I asked the sharper question, how does it actually work? And why does being exhausted sometimes leave me staring at the ceiling? By the end of this video, you'll know what exercise really does to your sleep, why physical tiredness isn't the thing that's helping you, the one time of day it can backfire, and exactly how to move so your sleep actually improves. Start with the good news because it's bigger than most people realize. Exercise is one of the most powerful and most underrated sleep tools we have, and the data isn't subtle. When researchers bring regular moderate exercisers into a sleep lab and measure their brain waves overnight, the numbers are striking. Compared with not training, roughly 55% less time to fall asleep, about 30% less time lying awake in the middle of the night, 18% more total sleep, and 13% better sleep efficiency. The share of your time in bed you actually spend asleep instead of tossing. And it's not just more sleep. Your deep, slow-wave sleep, the heavy, restorative stage where your body does its repair work, doesn't only increase, it becomes more stable, with stronger, steadier deep sleep brain waves early in the night. And that deep sleep boost matters more than a nicer-looking number on an app. Deep sleep is when your body releases most of its growth hormone, repairs muscle and tissue, and flushes metabolic waste out of the brain. So if you train, the very stage that rebuilds your body is the stage exercise reinforces the most. The two quietly feed each other, you move to get stronger, and the sleep that follows is where getting stronger actually happens. For people who struggle with insomnia, it goes even further. Exercise holds its own against cognitive behavioral therapy, the gold standard treatment for long-term results. And it actually outperforms a common prescription sleep medication over the long haul. The pill wins the first few weeks, but exercise wins the months that matter. And it does it while being safe, free, and something you already know how to do. In older adults, the sleep benefit was still measurable 2 full years later. But here's the catch, and it's the entire point of this video. Every one of those numbers is for a habit. In the studies, the improvements reliably show up around 9 to 10 weeks in. This is a training effect on your sleep, built the same slow, dependable way you build anything else you train for, which leads straight into the mistake almost everyone makes. The mistake I see people make is treating one brutal workout like a guaranteed good night. I destroyed myself today. I'll sleep like a baby tonight. The research just doesn't support that. A single session's effect on that very same night is small and, frankly, all over the place. Studies land everywhere from slightly better to no change at all, depending on your fitness, the intensity, the time of day, even how hot you got. The reliable, powerful gains I just walked through don't come from one heroic evening. They come from training that quietly rewires your system over weeks. One workout doesn't reorganize your sleep, a habit does. And this is the part that genuinely reframed it for me. Physical tiredness is not the same as sleep readiness. Being wiped out is a feeling in your muscles. Falling asleep is your nervous system standing down. You can be utterly exhausted and still lie there wide awake, because if your heart is still pounding, your body is still warm, and adrenaline is still circulating, the off switch simply hasn't flipped yet. What surprised me was realizing the exhaustion I'd been counting on was never the thing helping me sleep. It was a coincidence I'd mistaken for a mechanism. So if tiredness isn't the lever, what is? Temperature. Falling asleep rides a drop in your core body temperature. As the evening comes on, your body naturally cools, and that downward slope is part of the signal that tells your brain it's time to sleep. Exercise does the opposite in the moment. It heats you up. Normally, that's completely fine. Your core temperature climbs during the workout and then falls back down, usually settling below where it started, long before bed, and that rebound can actually help you drop off faster. But here's the one real exception in all of this: vigorous exercise that ends within about an hour of bedtime. Finish a hard session that close to sleep, and your temperature, your heart rate, and your arousal can all still be elevated when you're trying to wind down, and that can genuinely delay how fast you fall asleep and shave a little off your quality. Notice how narrow that exception is, though. It has to be vigorous and within roughly an hour of bed. Push that same hard session to 2 or more hours before bed, and the disruption basically vanishes, back to neutral or even helpful. And the fitter and more used to training you are, the less it seems to touch you at all. In one study, even a moderate workout right before bed raised people's core temperature and still didn't measurably hurt their sleep. The window where exercise actually backfires is real, but it is small and specific. Which means the popular rule, never exercise within 2 or 3 hours of bed, is mostly overblown. I used to think an evening workout was basically sabotaging my sleep. The evidence says otherwise. Moderate evening exercise is fine. In controlled studies, it even nudges up your deep sleep and trims the lightest, flimsiest stage. And the biggest reality check came from a study that tracked 150,000 nights of real-world data. Physical activity in the 3 hours before bed was unrelated to how well people slept. And if anything, those people slept slightly longer and drifted off a touch earlier. The blanket "don't move at night" advice just isn't there in the data for most of us. So here's the honest grade. Exercise as a sleep aid, strong. The 2-hour rule, weak. The only timing that reliably backfires, vigorous effort in the last hour before bed. Everything else is either neutral or quietly working in your favor. Now, if you can train in the morning or early afternoon, you do get a small bonus. Movement and daylight early in the day help anchor your body clock, which tightens up your sleep timing. And honestly, it's just easier to stay consistent before the day fills up and swallows your evening. But consistency beats perfect timing every single time. The best workout schedule for your sleep is the one you'll actually stick to. So here's what to actually do. Aim for about 150 minutes of moderate movement a week. That's roughly 30 minutes, 5 days. Moderate, not maximal. A brisk walk, an easy bike, a steady run, anything that gets you breathing a little harder without leaving you destroyed. And be patient with the dose. You don't need to train like an athlete for this. The people in these studies weren't doing anything heroic. They were just moving regularly at a comfortable effort and letting the weeks do the rest. Then put it wherever you'll be consistent. If mornings work for you, take the circadian bonus and get some daylight while you're at it. If evenings are your only real window, train anyway. Just keep the late sessions on the moderate side or finish the truly hard stuff at least an hour or two before you plan to sleep. And if you like moving at night, a gentle wind down, an easy walk, some light stretching, slow mobility work is the opposite of a problem. It can actually help you downshift. And then judge it the way we judge everything on this channel, not by tonight. One workout will not fix one night, and you will drive yourself crazy trying to feel the difference the next morning. Screenshot your baseline, run the habit for a few weeks, and watch the trend. Your average time to fall asleep, your deep sleep, how you feel at 3 in the afternoon. The improvement is real. It just shows up on the timescale of a habit, not a single hard day. So, you worked out hard, why aren't you sleeping better tonight? Because tonight was never where the benefit lived. Exercise improves your sleep the same way it makes you stronger, quietly over weeks as a habit, and being exhausted was never the point. So stop chasing the knockout workout, stop fearing the evening session, and just move consistently and let the weeks do the work. That's the whole game. If you want the behaviors that help you fall asleep faster on any given night, the ones with real evidence behind them, I graded those in in another video, and it's the perfect next watch. The link is on screen, and the free Deep Sleep Protocol pulls the highest impact changes into one place. You can download it at sleepmetricscience.com. If honest, evidence first takes on sleep are what you're here for. Subscribe. I run the next experiment on my own body so you don't have to. Sleep well and keep moving. And